From exploration comes knowledge, and from knowledge, freedom.
This is entitled, Nice to Meet You. Generally, when you first meet someone, you introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Yazmin, Monet and Watkins. But what does that really mean? In a 5-second introduction, do you really get to know anything about the person you're looking at? Outward appearances show you that I'm African American and a woman. I wear bargain discount fashions, and my body's pretty scarred up. Whatever this outward appearance means to you, you take and judge accordingly. You wouldn't necessarily know by my outward appearance that I wrestled for 3 years in high school, that I went vegetarian 4 years ago to save animals, that I have been in the most meaningful relationship in my life, all 20 years of it, for 11 months and 20 days to be exact. And that I came out to my conservative father this summer. You wouldn't know that I have struggled for the majority of my life to find comfort in the skin I'm in. And why, do you ask? Well, you don't. Society teaches us that we're supposed to fit into the mold, acquiesce to the standard. Growing up, I used to hear quite often from my father, don't be mannish. When I would get in trouble, don't be mannish. When I would run around the house laughing and playing, don't be mannish. If I would ever talk up or speak up for myself, don't be mannish. But what does it mean to be mannish? What does it mean to be womanish? Is there really that much difference between the two? Is there even a solid definition that defines one or the other? While I had fun with my Barbie and her convertible pink Cadillac, I also had fun with my railroad building Lego sets. In elementary school, I played Foursquare and hopscotch just the same. I ran with the boys, skidded my knees, and had my fair share of bruises. And while I covered up the scars from these childhood games with long socks and pants in middle school, I am now proud to say I don't regret my scars one bit. One bit. I earned these battle wounds, so to speak, with long hours on the field, with the ball in the gym. I was a gymnast and a cheerleader and a track runner and a wrestler and proud of it. Most people thought that wrestling was only a sport for guys. I guess it's not that surprising then that my dad had problems with that too. I remember the first week my dad found out I was going to do wrestling. He called up the coach, called up the school, and threatened to sue if anything happened to me. He tried to forbid me to wrestle, but clearly that didn't work out either. I find it so interesting that he's able to threaten legal action against the school if anything happened to me during wrestling, but not during track and field. In fact, I got more hurt in track than I ever did at any wrestling match. As I would pass, my track teammates would sing out to me, and another one goes, and another one goes, another one bites the dust. They used to call me Mayday because I fell so much. But I guess track was the socially acceptable sport for a woman athlete to play. Not wrestling, where you learn to defend yourself, build up core muscles and stamina, where one could actually, literally, and figuratively fight back against male patriarchy. I guess I can see where that wouldn't necessarily appeal to a closed mind. The day my sister got her tongue pierced, she jokingly told me she could get away with anything, that there was nothing she could do that would be worse in my dad's eyes than me being gay. You see this picture here? It's a shot of my father's reaction to my sister's tongue ring. You can only imagine his facial reaction to the discovery that I'm bisexual. My father asked me this summer if I was dating a woman. After a long pause, I took a deep breath and said yes. And with that yes came a sigh of relief, a sense of relief, a feeling that now I didn't have to hide my relationship, of which I am so very proud, in the shadows. I guess it now also means I can invite him to the wedding. Love you too, Yazmin. Just very disappointed in your decision to go in this direction. I pray that this is a passing phase. I should have spoken up more. I should have fought your mom when a college choice was being made. A college with more black men on it. Everything went wrong. You don't need to be in a lesbian relationship. When I tried to explain to him that my attraction to, relationship with, and genuine love for another woman was just as much a part of my identity as me being black and a woman, he said, "You being black can't be let go. Lesbianism can. I love you, but I disagree." He even tried pulling the pity card. "I am so hurt, honey. The three most devastating things in my life was the death of my mother, the death of my father, and you being lesbian. This is the worst thing to happen to me since your grandparents' deaths." But what about me, Daddy? What about my feelings? What about the pain your words slashed into my heart? What about that? You don't know what it's like to sit in church and hear the pastor telling you you're going to hell for being true to yourself. Flashbacks of those hot Sunday mornings are driven so deep in my head that I can't forget. You don't know what it's like to see your father pull up passages from the Bible quoting, "If a man lies with a man as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them." And the saddest part is that while I know I love him and he loves me, my father has been socially constructed to view the world in this heteronormative way, that his mind is so completely closed off that he does not even realize the impact his words have on his own daughter. Even in writing this, I'm afraid of what he might think, what others might think. And this is, in fact, a monologue for me. This is my life. This is my voice. We run around trying to please everyone else, but in the end, what matters the most is that I can look in the mirror, see my scarred up body, and be perfectly content with what I see. Above my mirror, I have a Nike ad that reads, "My knees are tomboys. They get bruised and cut every time I play soccer. I'm proud of them and wear my dresses short. My mother worries I will never marry with knees like these. But I know there's someone out there who will say to me, 'I love you, and I love your knees. I want the four of us to grow up together.'" At this today, I am proud to say I am Yazmin Monet Watkins, bisexual, black, a woman, blissfully in love with her gorgeous girlfriend of 11 months and 20 days, with her crazy bargain discount fashions and her scarred up knees. Nice to meet you.